Hi Sagittarius, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have a tarot reading for you guys. We do, and let's get started. And I hope you guys are all well. I don't know if you guys are watching that Puff Daddy, trial and all that, but I'm usually not into the drama at all. But I did a psychic reading on him, and it was interesting because I said that he needed the support of his mother. But yeah, I thought she had passed because I read that right on the internet, and that was AI, right? But and that was true. He was really needed the support of his family, but yeah, I think his kids bailed on him now, definitely, because there's so much disgusting and vile things coming out. Everybody's coming out in Hollywood to talk about him. But the thing I said is that this was early on before his trial started. I said that he was really worried that people were already going to have it in for him. Like they were, like he was going to be considered guilty right away. And, I mean, that can be true about anybody. But when I saw the level and the amount of abuse that he has done to other people, I was like, oh, I would be thinking that too. Shit, I'd be thinking I'm toast, right? Off the gate, out the gate. We have two sides, Sagittarius. We have navigate the delicate balance of give and take, and time, effort, and stories. So this means that there's two sides to like every relationship, or there's two sides to everything, right? And it's a little bit delicate, and you might have a conversation with somebody where you guys are, probably going to have to be a little like considerate, or just be kind of delicate with that person, because they have a story, they have something to tell you that you might not know about, and you probably have something to tell them. Possibly leap forward, seize the moment, and let yourself be loved fully. And this is movement, speed, and progress. Yeah, wow, that's a very cool card. And wow, somebody's going to come to you. They are. It looks like we have radiant love, or this is the person you're with, maybe. Radiant love, you create positivity and warmth together. Wow. And this is happy, open, and optimistic. All right, somebody has something to tell you here, Sagittarius. And they want you to listen. Yeah, and there might be things that you don't know about this person. Definitely. And we have this woman here, and she is on the beach, and she is looking. She's at the ocean. It's a stormy day. She's all dressed up. But over here she's seeing a stained glass window, and the light is coming through. Kind of like a miracle or something like that. And then we have these two people looking through the same kind of the same, what would you call that? The same mask, right? One eye out of each side. So let's have a look at these cards. And the first one is 16, the number 16. So that means that this is a 7. It has to do with thoughts or analysis, something like that. Okay, what does it say here? It says distance, isolation, and perspective. Okay, that's about thoughts, right? Your perspective, the way you think about something. And distance not only gives nostalgia, but perspective and maybe objectivity. Yeah, that's why some people are better off kind of separating before they ever jump on a divorce, because sometimes when you step back, you can get a different perspective, right? But this is about somebody who like stepped back, Sagittarius, and they're taking a good look at something, at you and them. And they see it differently, it looks like. It's possible this person sees things differently. The same person who wants to tell their side of the story, which seems to be entirely different than yours. That's what it is implying here. Yeah. It says we need to strike a balance when assessing a situation. Are we too closely involved, or should we step back? See, that's what I mean about these 7s, right? And here we have the number 4. They're both sharing the mask. Yeah. Let's see what this has to say. Perspective again. Wow. And points of view. I was once like you are now, and I know that it's not easy to be calm when you've found something going on. But take your time. Think a lot. Why? Think of everything you've got, for you will still be here tomorrow, but your dreams may not. And this is in that song that Cat Stevens wrote. That's that song about father and son. That's a beautiful kind of, song where he writes that, he wasn't always there for his kid because he was busy taking planes, like probably to go on tour or, to go do a performance, right? Yeah, and he, when his son was growing up, and wow. And so there may be no right or wrong. The view is the same, but its perception is different. Yeah, you guys are looking at this differently. Whoa. And somebody seems to have stepped back and is looking at it differently now. Yeah, fresh ideas and experience sharing the same eyes, but a different vision. This is going to be an interesting reading, I must say here. Two manifestations of the same person share a commonality, one from the fresh, eager innocence of youth, the other from the calmer, sobering maturity of experience. Both grasp the same mask in unison, their destinies entwined and ultimately inseparable. At some point, both will see the same vision. This is about somebody who looked at something when they were younger. You might have been in a relationship with somebody years back, Sagittarius, where where we look at things quite differently, and then we get older and we're like, we don't even look at it the same way. Yeah, it's so, I'm not going to say it's bizarre, but it's so fascinating how that is, right? Yeah, I mean, I could, even I could tell somebody, 20 years younger than me a story and tell somebody, 20 years, somebody my age, tell those two people the same story, and they're both going to have a different perspective on it because it's about living. It's about, we look at things differently when we've matured. I feel like somebody's grown here, most likely. Let's see what we have, Sagittarius. And yeah, if you guys want to get a psychic reading, I always check for accuracies in my readings. They sit there and tell me, yeah, that's true, right? So, yep. And yeah, and those are done in many formats and kind of fun. We have engaging video calls. I also have recordings, or you can get both. And the tarot readings are the same way. The psychic readings, if you need to know about somebody, and I can definitely tell you about them, read their energy. And also, if you need your own help, Sagittarius, I'm also a life coach. Yes, a Canfield life coach. If you guys don't know who Jack Canfield is, that's okay, right? Yeah, it's totally okay. He's kind of like a Tony Robbins guy, right? But anyway, let's get started. Mystic Sense is a free 5-minute psychic reading in the description box. And also, I do past life readings. And those are, if you like mystical experiences, you'll love that. And also, those are so empowering. Yeah, they are. Bottom of the deck, Sagittarius, is the 8 of Cups. So, that's about kind of walking towards something very, very, very fulfilling. And sometimes leaving something that is not fulfilling. But it's definitely about going somewhere to be fulfilled. Yeah. And somebody's coming because you fulfill them. And they might not have seen that when they were younger. Look at that. That's a trip, right? Yeah, I haven't used these cards over here in forever. And I find them to be highly interesting. So let's see what we have, Sagittarius. And let's start here. We have the Death card reversed. Yeah, this person somebody doesn't want a relationship to end with you, or they want to return to you, either one. And we have the 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. Here's the Wounded Warrior. Here's this person, Sagittarius, 2 of Pentacles, wondering if they can either stay with you or, reconcile with you. It's either one. And this person has been beat up in some way. They could have kind of beat themselves up. Maybe it was psychologically, right? These are not cups, but they're wands. They can be about your belief systems. They can. Sagittarius rules the 9th house of belief systems. Yeah, but these wands here, they're also an inspiration and movement and action. And he has a bandage on his head because something has happened to him that hurt him, but he is, still, he's being courageous. Yeah, the wands can be about courage as well. And yeah. Sun card showing up here, and we have the 7 of Wands, and we have Justice. All right. So, somebody might be, this person's seeing things as, maybe they thought you were unfair to them because justice is here. And maybe they need to bring you your justice, right? And that you deserve justice. That could be here because somebody looks like they might be unjudging you. And it might not even be personal. They just, didn't see things probably in a mature way, or they didn't see it the way you saw it. That's for sure. That because we start with two sides, navigate the delicate balance of give and take. Yeah. Time, effort, and stories. Yeah, you guys have stories to tell each other, or there's stories to learn from. Yeah, right. Yeah. And so here's the Two of Pentacles, and this is, going back and forth. It sits in the challenge. Maybe somebody thinks that you're ending it with them. Possibly, you guys couldn't see, eye to eye about something. But this person believes that you guys are stronger together because we have you create positivity and warmth together. Yeah. All right. And now this person who is seeing things quite a bit different, right? Differently than before. Whenever that before was, it wants to seize the moment and let themselves be loved fully. Oh my God, this is deep, right? It sure is. All right. So here's the Nine of Wands. This is the resilient, wounded warrior. Yeah, even though he got, beat up, right? He did. Knight of Pentacles reversed could be a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn. Yeah, it could be. Sometimes the Knight of Pentacles is somebody who had no values, right? Sometimes it's somebody who didn't have any self-esteem, or they didn't believe in themselves. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Wow, because the Pentacles are about your values and your self-esteem and your worth. Yeah, so this person might be in the reverse themselves. And we have this changing perspectives in this reading, how they see things quite differently. Their values have changed here. Yeah, because we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles together. Yep. And here's the Eight of Swords reversed. It is a release. It can be taking your power back. The Eight of Swords is about power. In the upright, it is kind of suppressing yourself. Let's see what we have. Queen of Pentacles with it. Somebody's taking their power back simply because they see things differently. This is kind of like when you take something, like if somebody's mean to you and you take it really personal, and you talk to your friend, and then your other friend, and maybe somebody else, and they go, "What? He did that to me too." Don't take that personal. Don't, because they're just a jerk, right? That's not personal. So somebody looks like they are like taking their power back here after seeing things much differently. Yeah, that's how that is. All right. Five of Wands reversed, and let's get a card on that, and we have it with the Three of Wands. This is undoing challenges. Maybe you fought with this person, Sagittarius. Maybe you argued with them. There's fighting right here, right? Five of Wands reversed, kind of, removing challenges or obstacles, things like that. Here it is with the Three of Wands for the future. Yeah, that's what this is about. Wow. Yeah. We have the Four of Swords. This sits in the past. This is this person or you really contemplating or maybe praying or meditating, but in introspection with the Page of Swords reversed. Yeah. This is coming to a conclusion. Like, I've done a lot of introspection on this, and I'm done doing that. I understand myself now. I understand that I didn't see things right. Somebody is admitting here in this very indirect way and subtle way that they saw things different. They might have took things really personal, but their perspective on something was all wrong. Maybe negative, right? That's always wrong. Four of Pentacles in the concern. This is holding on, some form of stability, and we have the Ace of Pentacles here. This is the concern. This person either wants to hold on to you, they want to establish some security with you, because fours are always about, they're about security and stability, and he's trying to hold on to those really, really tightly. This is also about I'm holding steadfast, or I'm holding my ground on what I value. Yeah, wow. Like what I want, what I really value, what's important to me. Ace of Pentacles with it. Wow, new opportunity, but a stable one. New opportunity in love and, and like This is also about belief systems because it's also about values. Like, yeah, and this is something solid this person wants with you. Ace of Pentacles, right? Something lasting. And here the sun is in the environment. It is a clear, major clarity with the King of Swords. For sure it is. A decision was made. And this King of Swords can be showing somebody's a little bit more mature. Could be. But it's clear about a decision. That's what it is. And here we have the Seven of Wands, and this Seven of Wands is showing up in the hopes and fears. Hanged Man. Somebody could be released here in this reading. Let go. Because the bottom of the deck was the Eight of Cups. Remember, I mentioned that. And that is about, it can be about moving on from something that's not fulfilling. And the Hangman can be a sacrifice. Yes, it rules the 12th house of endings and sacrifice and closure. Wow. All right. There could be a Piscean in the reading, right? There could with this Hangman. And, you know, we have a few other people here. We do. Here's Justice showing up in the potential outcome. And Justice in this reading is either bringing you your justice and saying, hey, you know what? I was wrong. I didn't understand, or I didn't see it. I didn't see it the way you saw it, or, you know, I wasn't grown enough possibly to understand it. Somebody's perspective has changed here big time. But I see your side now. And maybe they might say to you, Sagittarius, do you see my side? And, you know, and they have a whole new perspective now. So you can start again with somebody, or you can really improve a relationship that you're in right now. Yeah. Yeah, Jupiter's going to move into Cancer. That's going to be in your 8th house of intimate relationships. And that is your planet. So, you know, Cancer is about nurturing too. So you might really, you know, build a relationship with somebody, or maybe you can meet somebody as well. Yeah, that's kind of a trip. And that can also be, you know, the 8th house is the house of transformation. You might regenerate a relationship. You might. And Justice showing up. It's all good here, Sagittarius. This Justice card, I'm going to leave it alone because it stands, you know, it stands for itself. This is about, you know, balancing the scales between somebody. We already see this over here. Where's this balance card? We'll navigate the delicate balance of give and take. That's the balance card, two sides, right? And Justice is here. So there's something that you're going to fix. You're going to, like, as I said, you might be in this relationship now, but this is a beautiful reading. If you guys want to get a reading from me, check out the description box below. Lots of fun readings in there, you guys. Yeah. And yeah, thanks so much, you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me to keep these videos coming, and hit the little bell in order to receive all my notifications. Thanks so much.